going to call 911 again. You notice, no matter what, they make excuses and I get blown off. Now she's going to pass this information on to the State Patrol. No, fuck that. The State Patrol needs to come here and start a goddamn investigation. Nobody has actually bothered to look at any of the goddamn evidence. Instead, they've taken advantage of my disabilities to justify the fact that they didn't do their jobs.
What's the location of your emergency?
This is still Sean Schwartz. How long do I have to wait for the State Patrol to call me?
I passed your information along, but they did advise me that if you did call back to transfer you over to them, okay?
Very good, thank you.
I'm going to transfer you.
Thank you.
Nebraska State Patrol, this is Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. My name is Sean Schwartz.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, I've had an ongoing gang stalking situation for about 4 years now. And it came to a head when my friend Natalie Bollinger was shot in the head after her and her druggy friends put me through an entire year of hell. The police wouldn't do anything about it. They made every excuse not to. They wouldn't document anything. They kept on telling me that I needed to man up. Then Natalie was killed in November of 2017, and Colorado police officers, including the State Patrol, and Nebraska officers, including the State Patrol, have taken part in ignoring all of the crimes against me because of an assault by a Waylon Lolatai in Boulder, Colorado. This officer has a history of assaulting homeless people in specific. And because the police would not listen to me, Waylon Lolatai assaulted 6 more people after me in 2018. There are also the over 20 deaths that have come about as a result of police neglecting to do their jobs. I'm not just being harassed on the internet, I'm being harassed in real life, and I have to be afraid to go to police.
Sean, can you calm down, please?
Ma'am, I am as calm as I get.
You're raising your voice.
I'm autistic.
Just ask you to calm down, okay?
I'm autistic. I have no teeth, and I am trying to enunciate.
Okay, that's fine. Sean, do you have a good phone number?
I do.
What's the phone number?
Give me 1 second. It's on the back of my phone.
But I will give your information and your phone number to them.
Ma'am, my information has been passed around for the last 4 years and nobody has investigated anything.
Okay, Sean, like I said, I'm going to get you in contact with someone. However, it is early on Saturday morning. They won't be back in our office until Monday, but I am going to transfer the information along to them. Where are you located at, Sean?
I'm in Chapel, Nebraska, and I believe,
Chapel?
I believe you can get my address from the Dual County Sheriff's Department. I don't exactly know what the address is. They
no,
told
that's
me
fine.
that
I just wanted to know who to, because it depends on where you're at, on who I forward your information to. So, I dispatched for a large area, so I just wanted to make sure I could get you in contact with the right person.
All right. Also, I need to make sure that it is not the Dual County Sheriff's Department that shows up.
Nope.
And
it will
also,
actually be someone from the State Patrol that contacts you. It'll be one of our investigators.
All right. Well, that's good. That means that it won't be State Patrolman William Burr, who has taken part in this. It's a small town. All the cops know each other. They're all friends with each other. When I tried to turn in the cops here in Chapel, Nebraska for their wrongdoing, I took it to the State Patrol. That was in 2018. And there was no investigation ever done at any point in time.
Okay. Sean, is there a specific time that's good for them to contact you throughout the week?
They can get a hold of me whenever they want. I don't hardly sleep. I have terrible nightmares about the things that I went through at the hands of police across this country.
Okay. Their normal working time is like normal business hours, like 8 to 5. Would you be available if they call you during those times?
I can try.
Okay.
I have severe
If
panic
not, what
attacks.
they'll do is they'll leave a message for you to call them back with a good phone number, okay? In that message, and then all you have to do is give them a call back at your earliest convenience.
Well, they will have to call me back more than once because my answering machine doesn't work. I am not tech savvy, and that has been used to take advantage of me through all of this. Is that I don't know how to do any of this technical stuff. I need help with it. I am disabled. I'm not retarded. I'm highly intelligent, but I am disabled, and I need help with these things. I need help in person. If somebody in a wheelchair needs help getting up to speak to the police, and he has to go up a flight of stairs, he needs help getting up that flight of stairs, doesn't he? If he's not able to get up that flight of stairs, does that mean that he doesn't need the police to help him?
No, Sean, I would not say that that is accurate.
Well, I'm glad that we both agree on that.
Okay, Sean, so I'm going to go ahead and forward your information onto our investigator out in that area, and like I said, they'll be getting a hold of you. And I'm going to even put a note in here that says that you're not super tech savvy and you don't have a answering machine, so they might have to try and contact you multiple times, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You know, I've let them know that on multiple occasions, and they tell me that it's not their responsibility and it's not their job and so on and so forth. I'm disabled, ma'am. I can't take care of myself. I can't physically or mentally defend myself against these people, and I've been explaining that for 4 years. When they found Natalie's killer, people should have left me alone, but it didn't happen because it was plastered all over the news.
Okay, Sean, I have one question for you. Where you said that you do have autism and you are disabled, is there someone that helps you, like on a daily basis at all?
No, ma'am. I was supposed to have one of those at 18. I was supposed to have an advocate at 18, but I was made homeless at 18, so that didn't happen. And I have an autism advocate, but I don't have a caseworker. I haven't had a caseworker since before Natalie was killed.
Just 1 second, Sean.
Yes, ma'am.
10-4 Alpha. 1 not 10-6. Can you verify? Okay, sorry about that, Sean.
That's all right.
Okay. Like I said, I'll go ahead and forward your information on. They will not be in the office until Monday, so it'll be a couple of days at least. It won't be until at least Monday that they get a hold of you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if you have any other law enforcement agency.
I can't call my local law enforcement agency. It's Sewell County Sheriff's Department, and they took part in the threats, harassment, intimidation, and assaults.
Okay. Well, if you need to, you can always call us back, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I need a caseworker. I need a caseworker. I've been trying to get one, and I don't have one. I have an autism advocate. She has a son who's autistic. She doesn't have time,
so
and she doesn't get paid for it.
A caseworker in reference to just needing some assistance with your daily life, or?
Yes, ma'am, but also for fighting for my rights, my constitutional rights that have been denied through all of this, ma'am. Nobody should have to go through this much punishment for crimes they didn't commit. And nobody should have to break the law in the hopes that that will be the measure that will get the cops to do their jobs. I never wanted to break the law. I was forced to because police made every excuse not to do their jobs. And the things that I was told that police can't do, they did for all of my predators, ma'am.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. However, I didn't have anything to do with that, so I can't advise you on anything that happened there.
Well, that's the problem, is that no matter how many phone calls I make, these predators still get to do whatever they want, and I have to be afraid to speak to the police.
No, Sean, like I said, one of our investigators will be contacting you, so don't be afraid to talk to them, okay? They're all really nice guys, the investigators. Nice guys and girls. I mean, they're going to hear you out, hear all your complaints and everything that you're going through, and then they'll advise what they can do and look into everything for you, okay?
I hope so.
Okay, Sean, is there anything else I can help you with tonight then?
I need a caseworker, ma'am. I can't defend myself.
Unfortunately, that's not something that I can do.
So basically, I have no rights. Anybody can do anything that they want to me at any point in time.
I did not tell you you did not have any rights. I never once said that. You have just as much rights as everyone else. I'm just advising you, the State Patrol is not the same as Department of Health and Human Services. That is who you would have to go through in order to get a caseworker.
But I've already called them repeatedly. I was also sent to Region 1, and Region 1 isn't helping either. In order to get these things happening, I need help to go to a bunch of appointments that I'm not able to go to. I keep getting told I need to jump through hoops I'm not capable of.
Will not be able to take you to those appointments, or I can forward your information on to an investigator about the concerns that you have. However, when it comes to you needing assistance, I'm telling you who you need to contact. Like, I have no jurisdiction over any of that.
See, that's the biggest problem I'm having to deal with, is jurisdiction. Jurisdiction only exists one way. You have any idea how many jurisdictional boundaries and laws were broken in order to try to frame me?
Do you have a current emergency right now?
I have a lot of emergencies right now, ma'am.
Okay, other than what we have talked about, and I've advised you that I'm going to forward your information on to an investigator.
Yes, I do have another emergency. In 2018, I tried to get a hold of you guys to investigate the Chapel Police Department, and nobody ever called me back.
Unfortunately, the State Patrol doesn't police the police. So if you have a grievance with the Chapel Police Department, you're going to have to contact them directly.
Well, I did contact them directly. They told me that they're not allowed to investigate themselves, and I have to get a hold of the State Patrol. I have that recorded.
Once the investigator calls you, you can bring that up with them too, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sean, I will forward off this information. Is there anything else I can help you with right now?
You can help me get assisted suicide legal, because I'm sick and tired of this runaround. Assisted suicide needs to be legal. Forcing someone to go to their predators. Holy fuck. I gotta go to my predators to ask them to stop. I have to go to the Dual County Sheriff's Department. You're out of your goddamn mind. You know what happened when I got a hold of Natalie Bollinger to ask her to stop? I got abused for it. Fuck this goddamn country. If you aren't gonna help me and you aren't gonna do anything about this shit, if I'm not black enough for basic fucking human rights, put a bullet in my goddamn head. Don't promise to do so and then not come through. Tim Beeson, Dalton Crawford, Elise see a Michelle Ranger. You seeing how impossible it is to get anything fucking done? How many different places I have to call? Meanwhile, without a caseworker, I can't do shit. Lady from Department of Health and Human Services, when she came down to talk to me, she didn't give me her name. She didn't give me a phone number. I asked for a card. Eventually, I went, you know what? I'll just look it up on the internet. But I've also called them on multiple occasions and nothing has happened. What am I supposed to do about that? You call these people, Sean, these are the people you're supposed to call. Oh, wait, no, these are the people you're supposed to call. These are the people you're supposed to call. Meanwhile, all of these people work together and coordinated with one another. These are not individual crimes that were committed. Dalton Crawford did not act alone. Rochelle Shelley Campbell did not act alone. Scott DaCosta did not act alone. None of these people acted alone. Those officers in Wyoming did not act alone. They knew what they were doing was wrong, and yet they did it anyway. Eventually, they might call me back to tell me that they can't do their jobs. Apparently, it is nobody's fucking job. I got Scott DaCosta recorded telling me I should have taken that situation about Cody Selhorst to him. I did. He had me committed for it. That's abuse of power. But it's fine, isn't it? You call me mentally ill and it's fine. Might as well be calling me the N-word, you racist fuck. You don't want me to go to court. You don't like the things I do after you stab me in the back? Well, that's just too fucking bad. You should have thought about that before stabbing me in the back. Meanwhile, you see how impossible it is to get these cops to actually look at the evidence? Especially given my abilities with the computer and the only options that they give is to do all this shit over the fucking internet. I need help in person with that. Department of Health and Human Services says it's not their fucking job. Scott Costa tells me I should take it to him. But when I did take it to him, what'd he do? He had me fucking committed. Went out of his way to make sure that I didn't get to have a court date. I literally broke the law to get that goddamn court date. Because trying to do it the legal way resulted in me being blown off, brushed off, and told, oh, well, we can't do anything about it. Meanwhile, they absolutely can. Who the fuck am I supposed to go to? Then these officers tell me that they can't investigate themselves. I called the State Patrol, and the State Patrol says I have to have Dual County investigate themselves. Holy shit! And who have these people told me in these videos on this very YouTube? With these people, who do they tell me to call? How many times have they told me to call the State Patrol? This right here. U.S. Department of Justice and Nebraska State Patrol Troop E. How many times have I been told about Troop E? How many times have I called Troop E? There are literally thousands of crimes that have been committed against me. Thousands. And this isn't something that's just, oh, wow, well, you know, these guys are in this jurisdiction, so ignore them. And those guys are in that jurisdiction, so we can ignore them. No, fuck you. These predators are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. They're allowed to go wherever the fuck they want. It's nobody's job to investigate law enforcement. Nobody's job. All these places tell you, you got to call this place, you got to call that place. You call those places, and it's not their job either. And then they give you numbers to call these places. Maybe they give you numbers. Or maybe you have to start over again and try to figure out who the fuck it is that's actually supposed to do this. It's nobody. It is nobody's job to do this. None of these people are going to do their jobs unless someone actually cares about me as if I were family. And everybody who claimed that I was family has showed me that that's not the case. Every single one of them. When people try to call me family now, I tell them to go fuck themselves because we're not family. See, these people who called me family turned a blind eye to the hell that I was going through. Meanwhile, did I turn a blind eye to theirs? Fuck no. That's not what friends do. To this day, I have never once been allowed to defend myself. I'm not allowed to defend myself. I gotta wait till Monday for an officer to tell that he's not gonna do his job. I have to wait till Monday for Nebraska State Patrol to tell me it's not their job to do their job. Meanwhile, at least I recorded this shit. I got this person tonight telling me exactly the opposite of what Lynn told me. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. Because it wasn't Lynn who told me those things. It was her twin sister, Leslie. And also the officers that she works for. So all of these officers are either lying out their asses or they're, well, badly misinformed. Call this place, Sean, they'll help you. Call that place, Sean, they'll help you. I've made thousands of phone calls and gotten nowhere. Are you out of your fucking mind?